Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Wednesday, February 2nd, 2022 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I trust the process of my personal revolution evolution. And we got a 2 day. Yay, right? February, so that's a 2, second 2, and then 2022 2 2 2. So we've got a bunch of 2 energy, and 222 with angel numbers is having trust and faith. And so how interesting is it today? We have Pluto reach this 27 degrees. This is the degree of the United States Pluto. So United States is fully entering Pluto return energy, and the majority of you live here, but we, the world, are all affected by everything. So in some way, we're all hitting some level of Pluto return. And what I was feeling as I was sitting here is really checking your power, checking where you give it away, checking where you give away your authority. And this may not even be to somebody else. It may even just be places within yourself where you're like, I'm not powerful, I'm not able, where you sink your own battleship, so to speak. So it's not just about pointing that finger outward. There is that level of checking within. Capricorn is the sign of responsibility, and that is one way we can all take our power back in any given moment by shifting the power of responsibility back to ourselves. There's always places where we can find nooks and crannies to empower ourselves in and through. So be on the lookout for where you are being called to take back your sovereignty, take back your authority, take back your power. And again, it may even be from little parts of yourself that have been playing games for a long time and not feeling ready to step up. This may be that little part of yourself that time. That being said, the other astro of the day is overall good. We have the moon moving into Pisces, bringing us into mystic land. Here in Arkansas, we are going to be hit with an ice and snowstorm. So it's going to feel kind of fairy-ish for us. And I kind of feel that in the energy. The moon in Pisces is making the majority of the connections through the day. There will be connections to Mars, Jupiter, Uranus, and Venus. Moon and Mars, this is in the afternoon. Moon will be moving in very early in the morning, like 3 a.m. Pacific time is when the moon is moving into Pisces. So Moon and Mars is the first aspect of the day. Mars in Capricorn. This feels like the practical mystic. And so to me, this may even apply like in your life. Where are you being asked to apply your mystical self to practical places? Maybe looking at a situation in a way that you never have before and approaching it that way. This could be around your power. This could be around personal authority. This could be around your responsibility. But check in with yourself, how you're being called to shift that, and where your mystic may come up with the brilliance that will move you through this energy. Often, there is at least one mystical layer of solution to anything that is going on. Just saying. Always. I would say good 95%. So maybe not always, but very, very, very often. Moon and Jupiter. Speaking of spiritual solution, when the moon and Jupiter align, I'm hearing that song. I don't know what's happening in that song, The Age of Aquarius, but I'm hearing the song playing with the moon and Jupiter aligning in Pisces. Actually, it's 7 degrees, so like the mystic degree. Again, this may be where you finally get this aha from something, especially if you're keeping yourself open and receptive. And that's what I would say about this day. This is such a good day to be receptive to spirit. Let spirit talk to you through you. And if you're not feeling so receptive, you may get lazy catted. So we have the moon and Uranus in Taurus connecting. And I always say anytime we have Pisces and Taurus connecting, there's that lazy cat energy that comes over. And that's because we have such a notion in this world that we need to stay busy and be doing in order to not be considered lazy. But my personal belief is that like when cats are sitting there, meditating. They're shifting energies. They're actually doing work. And a lot of times, even when we are tuning out, we are also shifting energies and doing work. And so be willing to drop in, be willing to relax, and also check, if there's any part of yourself that feels guilty for dropping into that. Because that's the part of yourself where you're denying your mystic, you're denying your receptivity to spirit. We end the day with the moon and Venus. Venus is still hanging out at 11 degrees. Venus has not gotten the mojo yet. Venus is still just like, do I want to come out of the underworld? I'm not really sure if I actually want to come out yet. And I'm finding a lot of people are still kind of like feeling that Venus retrograde energy in relationship. Personal responsibility is the name of the game. And again, there may be some spiritual hygiene coming in question. So this might be a good evening for a bath, clearing your energy, clearing your field, checking in with your grounding cord, all of that. This is all part of the last full day of Mercury retrograde. We are going to have Mercury going direct Thursday evening. So we have it's two less days, but Mercury still is going to have these messages. And again, these messages may be around responsibility. How are you responding? How am I showing up for myself? How am I showing up on purpose? How am I listening to the lessons that are coming up? That's part of Mercury retrograde, is the ability to listen. And there's definitely a spiritual aspect to that in the energy today. So cards that I have. I love these two cards together. The Intensity card in reverse and the Nothingness card. The Nothingness card is a card of pure potentiality. And this is kind of like, oh, this is one of those days where nothing's really urgent. Try to slow down. Try to slow down. Try to be present. Try to be receptive again to spirit. And yet, even if it seems like nothing's happening, there is great change afoot. We want to be available for this divine consciousness that is coming in that's going to help direct us. So again, if you have one of those days where you're like twiddling your thumbs, listen while you're twiddling your thumbs. The final card is the Understanding. And I think how I'm seeing this Understanding card is just providing understanding for ourselves in whatever state we are being called to show up in as this energy. There is definitely some divine flow at foot in this energy. How can you honor your flow? And I know, again, we have lives, we have things we need to show up for. Absolutely. Honor that, but also how can you honor divine flow? So, that is it for today. You can book a reading with me. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. Besides that, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power, and honor your values. Namaste.